need an energy ball. 7 archangels. What, is that the one we need? Which one do we need?
Archangels.
Yeah, the church.
You got it.
Oh, we're protected now. Jesus. Okay. Like the 16th chapel or something. Okay, go ahead. Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Sawyer with ThomasSawyer.com, and this is
Dawn Marie with DawnMariePsychicMedium.com. How are you tonight, Thomas? Are you ready?
I am ready and willing to go. Thank you so much for being here, Dawn. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. Thank you for the invite.
We are going to start reading and doing readings and healings. We've got 9 people. The PayPal should be linked up above, and it is $35 for readings and healings. And we already have 4 people on there, so please donate if you guys would like to donate. And we are going to share out if you give us a few minutes. Hello, everyone. We are back. And please let me know if that link is working, guys. Should have shown up. Apparently it is. So I don't know. Okay. It's linked in the StreamYard. $35 donation. We've already got a few people on board. And let me just look at the comments as well. We got that. So we're going to get started.
Oh, I can't see comments. It says private chat.
You can you can actually see them on your phone if you have them, dear.
Oh, great.
You
Then
can
I
pull
will.
up the Facebook app.
There we go. That's what I'll do. There it is.
We had Matthew before, but Matthew had something going on, so he had to cancel. So we invited Dawn Marie here today. Dawn Marie, talk about yourself for a second.
Hey guys. For those of you who don't know me, I've been doing this since 1991. Started with tarot cards, worked my way up until I was comfortable enough, and started doing readings. Wasn't until my brother passed 3 years ago that I was able to see and hear the things that I can, and he has blessed me greatly. So basically, I get on here and I help those who can help and use the help, and who can. Well, I don't know. It's kind of like I also do this thing called Coffee with Dawn, and I also help people by empowering them and by encouraging them to take their power back and to get into their gifts so that they can use their gifts. Because what we're going through now, kind of in the universe, echoes that we need to be working together in the collective.
Yeah,
but
that's me. Instead of working against each other.
Exactly.
And I'm Thomas Sawyer with ThomasSawyer.com. Most people watching probably already know who I am. So, because you're on my feed.
Yeah, I know. So I'm like, for a minute there, just a second, I thought, oh my God, I'm on his feed. Oh my God.
So we are here, and yeah, so we're going to get going. First up, we have Gail Voigt. And I think I can put Gail on. I think she's on the Facebook. Yes, she is.
She's on Facebook.
Yeah. It says we're good on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. No wonder why I wasn't getting Voigt. Okay, that's why. All right, gotcha.
No, it's Jones now. Okay. She must change her name.
I just hear married, so one of them is her married name. So
I'll have you start out, dear. I'm going to be doing more of the healing, a little bit of reading, but I'm going to leave that a lot more up to John today.
Okay, Gail, how are you tonight? Gail, they kept on giving me the sign that would represent as if you're doing something over and over and over and over and over again, expecting different results. So you've got a loved one. It's actually a female figure, female energy that comes around you all the time. And she keeps trying to guide you away from the direction you keep returning in. And this feels like it's not only not so much in the romantic relationship area, but it's more of a frame of mind regarding work or something that should be providing compensation for you, and it's not getting you what you're putting into it. It's almost like you're working for the same person who treats you not so nice, and you keep, and even when you find another place to work, you're going back to the same type of boss. Does that make sense to you? Because it's definitely about being compensated. Like almost like the adults, the grown-ups that you're surrounding yourself with aren't treating you with the respect that you deserve. If that makes sense. Yes.
I'm getting it also her home environment.
Well, that's creating chaos sometimes. Her home environment feels like it's off because it's almost like they hide behind the fact that almost like you're never going to get fair treatment there. But at least at the work environment, she can change that.
Mm-hmm.
The home environment is more than just a quick fix away. Don't you feel? I mean, what are you picking up on it, Thomas?
So I'm getting the quick fix is what she's going after. Gail, okay, I'm speaking directly to you. Sorry. So Gail, I feel like the quick fix is what you're going after a lot of times. And the quick fix is not exactly what you need. They're saying this is more for you. Whew, your guides. Hold on. They're in a tizzy with you. Okay. They're like, Gail, I'm just gonna say it. They're like pushing and pushing and pushing. They're like, how much longer is this going to take? And they're saying, don't be rough on yourself about what they're saying, but how much longer is it going to take for her to move? And Gail, I can understand this myself. So I don't want you to feel like I'm targeting you in any way, shape, or form. I can feel this for myself, and something energetically just majorly shifted on my end. So you got to be very cognizant of bringing yourself back to nature and bringing yourself back into the patterns of the moon cycles, because there is something going on with the patterns of the moon cycles, as well as connecting in with your femininity from childhood. And then also being a warrior. This is like 4 parts, and this is coming out all on cards as I'm channeling. So, number 1, we need dragons. Okay. Sunshine yellow dragon now. Silver lunar dragon, connect her or help her connection to the moon. Rose pink dragon.
Oh, look at that.
And this one you're going to feel, Gil, on a scale that is maybe you haven't felt before, because this motherfucker is strong. Thor's red and black and gold dragon. Clears a path now.
Wow. Wow.
Whew, shit, man. Okay.
Now, do you know why that was so intense? She's a daughter of the moon.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's why when she has these moon phases, why it's worse for her. It's more intense for her. I'm just getting goosebumps all over. There's my validation.
Yeah, this is like
That's why it goes back to childhood.
Yeah, it's a repeating pattern of. We all have these, Gail. We have these repeating patterns that happen over and over again, but we have to pull ourselves out of the pattern. They're saying, why do you think, Thomas, and I'm not being rude, Gail, it's just channeling, because my higher self can be a little rambunctious, to say the least, sometimes. Why do you think Thomas recommended Tony Robbins to you? Because this will help clear a pathway for your inner knowing so you can change.
That's wild. Yep.
You can find it in your messenger, dear. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you, Gail. Thank you for letting me into your energy.
Thank you, dear. Next up, we have Michelle Class.
Yeah, Michelle. Oh, Michelle. I laugh because I just had like a wave of stuff come in from Michelle. Michelle, I keep hearing Michelle, my bell. Somebody used to sing that in regards to you. Michelle, your past is still very much connected to you in regards to the event you had tonight. What I do have, okay. Hello. You have a great grandfather come in. Your lineage goes beyond the Middle Earth. It goes on beyond here. Okay. So, thank you. He's telling me that the information that I gave you earlier tonight is something that you have to explore with open eyes, heart, and hands. And that your lineage goes back, and it wasn't just you. Or your mother's side. It was your father's side as well. Just 2 different areas, but the same start point. He's so funny. He keeps changing hats on me. He says he's the reason why you're attracted to men with hats. He's so funny. He said as soon as you let go of the fear that everything will come full circle round. He said, you just have to let go of the fear. But he sees for you, when you do that, it's like little, like almost like a little bunny hopping in the woods. Like you don't take baby steps, you like hop, and then you wait till you feel like on sound footing and then hop again. He's very proud of you, and you are being watched tonight, and he's glad that you could help. What are you picking up on, Thomas?
Michael really wants to come through. Michelle, I hope you're ready for this. Okay, hold on. Child of the Most High, we have brought you here at this time to bring in understanding to the rest of the human collective by helping and supporting, as well as bringing in the new energies in which you seek to reaffirm the original energetic blueprints that were put upon this earth. It is you and 400 others. We are helping you at this time. How many fucking archangels are trying to speak to me at once? Okay. Understand, dear, that many of you will be coming together soon in a fashion. Many of you are playing integral pieces, one piece at a time, and it's like a game of chess, but without knights and queens and kings, there will be no pawns to help. Oh, fuck. Understand that we are here to help you at this time. Call upon us. There are so many of us that can help you. There are billions of us. Archangels, cherubim, seraphim, Elohim. The ones of the true source. Whew. And Thor's red and black dragon. No. Hold on. We need to go higher. Elohim, connect in. Now. Green ray of Archangel Raphael. 7th ray. 6th ray. 21st ray. 35th ray. And 15th. Whew. Ah, shit. Sorry.
There
Sorry.
I don't know if you can see them, but there they are. That's exactly what I wrote, and that's what Thomas was doing.
I'm just channeling.
Before. Yeah, that's great. You channel very well. Hi,
Okay.
Jill. How are you tonight?
Whew.
So, lastly, Michelle, you can rely on them. They are around you. Just call them. Just call them. Ask out loud. They hear you. They are in support.
Yeah. And guys, should I do this by myself? No. Tina, you may want to donate. So I'm hearing. My amplitude of power is even stronger right now.
It should be stronger.
Yeah.
Because when you're speaking, well, between what happened earlier, that also helped it too.
Yeah.
A lot. But anyway.
Whew. Okay. Thank you, Michelle, for being here. Next up, we have Karen Reynolds. Or Ada. Ada, I'm sorry. Ada.
That's Ada. Thank you, Michelle. Ada. Oh. So, Ada. Um, wow. Okay. Ada, I don't know if you know this, but you've got coming around you a gentleman that you helped cross over, and I don't think you know that you helped him cross from COVID. You'll remember this gentleman because he touched your heartstrings. You remember him for being able to make your heart smile. It was really funny. He not only didn't he have a broken connection with his family, it was like nobody was around for him, even if you could connect with his family via, I guess that's a tablet he's showing me. That even with some families who you could connect with, this was at the height of COVID. This was last year, the beginning of last year. He comes around you a lot. He's the one who keeps moving your crystals. So you have somebody moving your crystals on one of your altars. You keep the one that you just, not this new moon, but you put out you have a new moon. Oh, okay. So not this moon, full moon, the last one. You had someone do something with your crystals, move it out of place, and you couldn't figure it out. It was him. He says he's very proud of what you're doing, helping others. And it's part of your true calling. He says protection, protection, protection. Make sure that you're doing prayers of protection. Got to do with the job. Okay, honey?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And Ada, you may actually want to speak to John because he worked in a similar place as you, and he has excellent ways of dealing with those protections.
Nice.
Number 2, so you may just want to go to Atlas Ascension Alignment or Atlas Ascension Alignments. You know John is Ada. Anyways, okay. Number 1, Ada, what you want is already within you. You're embarking on a path, and the path is important because every step you're taking is opening up. It's opening you up to the next phase in your development. It's going to put you in a place of love and understanding, and it's going to be like a new door opens. They're saying what you're doing now spiritually is what we have been asking you to do for a very long time. But understand this takes time. This process takes time. They keep repeating time over and over again. But then you become 2 things: grounded in the world and not of the world. And most importantly, heaven sent. That comes with universal cosmic knowledge of the highest realms of the Creator. Whew, shit. Okay, that energy came through. And
yeah.
Whew, how much energy am I pulling? Jesus. Okay. Oh, hello, Jesus. Okay. He's back. Okay.
So, Ada, what we're telling you is, yes, you're on the right track. More will open up to you when you know you're on the right track. Yeah. Listen with your heart, honey.
Let go of anything that's been holding you back. Exactly. Any past hurts, patterns, look at them in depth and move into the new energy that is being provided for you. And guys, it's a $35 donation, and it's all linked in StreamYard and on Facebook, and you can donate there because some people were asking for readings, so putting that out there for you. And next up, we have Karen Reynolds.
Karen.
Karen, if you could comment, dear, if you're here.
Karen, I'm not told. I'm told Karen, but not like Karens. By a cute little, cute little grandfather. Hi, Suzanne. So Karen, why are you waiting for the other shoe to fall? I'm asking him that, and I'm not really getting that from him. He said, ask you. So you're doing this thing, and I don't know that you're even aware of doing it, because my guides are telling me that you're not really aware that you're doing that. That you're almost like you start something and then you hesitate and you stop because you think things are going too good for you and you're waiting for something to go bad. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to me, but he's telling me that you're doing that.
Can I interject?
Yeah, go ahead. What?
Okay, so they don't talk about this a lot in the spiritual community, but we really have to work on our emotional and mental bodies. So it's like moving into how we're thinking about things. It's when you said the other shoe to drop, it's like you're waiting for something to fail.
Gotcha. So that's what's going on.
To change that mindset.
Yeah, because all right. And I have a tendency to do this because in my mind, what makes sense is that in order to move forward with anything, we have to go backwards. We have to go backwards because we have to know where we came from. We have to know what we needed to fix, and we have to move forward and fix it and keep moving. And in order to do that, we got to go back before we can move forward. So you've got some really great things ahead of you, but we have to go through as almost like you're working on the total package, because I keep hearing total package. Like you've got some things going really great for you, and you just need to work on where you've been and what you've healed from, because we need to heal from these things before we can move forward without them, or we bring the baggage with us. Do you know what I mean? And that's the best way that I can explain it. Just know that where you go, there is and when I mean little, I mean a shorter man that feels like he was a grandfather figure. But I don't think there's a real bloodline. It was like, how someone, like when my mother had a new boyfriend, it was Uncle Sal, like someone like that, of that nature. But he's just always trying to push it towards a positive. But just, if you can, go back. And if you feel like you can't and you feel like you're stuck, ask for help. It's out there. So thank you, Thomas, because then I got it. Then I saw the picture.
Karen, it's important to remember right now that you need to receive. I need to show you the card because it's part of it. It's leaving behind the old, but also understanding that it's in the teachings of Mayan shamanicism. So we have a past wall, a future wall, past, future, giving, receiving, and in the middle is connection. It's when you're in the middle of all these things that you're in direct alignment with source. And you have to remember that you can receive. Too many men have thrown you off, they're saying, and females as well. But just remember that in this energy, there's the big, bold vision. That's the thing you need to look for, is connecting into that past lifetime in Sirius B. So that's the Syrian Empire, Sirian. You can look up the Syrians. That you brought this energy into Earth in another past lifetime, but you have it here. So anything we've done in a past lifetime, we can bring into this lifetime. They're saying it's boundless what we can tap into if we truly understand the secrets and the complexities of our soul blueprint. And they're going to bring in, oh, that's funny, a royal blue and gold dragon of Sirius. Okay. Now,
there it is.
Feel on your right side, dear. Male. And female. Whew. I'm burning up. There's just fire all around me.
Isn't that funny? Because look, my note says, Karen, burn too much. That was. And it's not that we're laughing. It's just that your human vessel just needs to stay in one place while soulfully you go back and you reconnect. That's all.
That's it. We got a compliment for you here, right here.
Oh, thank you, Simone.
Okay. Next up, we have Laura Gomez.
Laura. Lifetime of Laura. So, Laura, do you know the story of your name? Because I'm being told that you were almost named something else. That somebody had one idea, and you were named Laura for someone of a connection, a namesake. Your name is very important to your work. Huh. Wow. Okay. So, Laura, I'm being shown, and this is a symbol that usually teachers have around them, a bunch of little ones. Okay. But when I mean little ones, I mean, it could mean young children. You could have 5 or 6 children. You could be a teacher, you work around children, or it could be adults that you're helping, adults that are at a different level than you, who are maybe less mature, and that's kind of what it feels like you're helping other adults become the best version of themselves. Does that make sense to you? I don't see her in the comments, but that's kind of what's coming through. And it's almost like when you need to recharge, where do you go? Because right now, honey, you need to recharge a bit. Are you getting anything like that, Thomas?
Yeah. Number one, they almost named her something else, but it was from a past lifetime.
Correct.
Number two, every card I pulled is gray. So, Laura, what I'm picking up is that you have to bring more color into your life. It's how you're thinking about the situations around you and how that you're connecting in with different vibrations of energy, because there's a sadness that's prevailing through you at this time. And it has to do, now when you see this card, what do you see? There's flies all over her. It's releasing alliances with anything that no longer serves you. They're saying, let that shit go. It is time to enter a new vibration. You have within you, because you see, these are 2 cards that are like yin and yang. So we have this one with the flies, and then you have this one, faith in the process. She has a bird. She's starting to pray. And they're both naked too. The significance of that, I have to look at a little closer. But they're both women, and it's faith in the process. It's faith in who you are, faith in what you can do. Faith is the primary thing that we are asking you to bring in at this time, because with faith, anything is possible. And they're saying, forget about how you've been taught by organized religions or organized ways of thoughts, because they're no longer going to be relevant in 5 years. And when this happens and you walk into this majestic energy, Laura, defend what you believe, because it's going to start a cascading effect to everyone else around you, where they're tapping into something greater than themselves, greater than they believed was possible. They can move into an energy of total alignment, almost like Oh, this is interesting. It's almost like you're a bullet being fired from a gun at a lot of people, but not in a way that would hurt anyone. It's like the bullet spreads out and it just connects everyone. It's kaboom. And they all start following you.
Now, Laura, I wrote Through the Eyes of a Child. And because I really do think that the regeneration and that Thomas is talking about, all right, that growth, instead of looking at it as a conventional bullet, moving. So, Laura, bottom line is when you get to the point where you trust yourself and trust that love that has grown inside you, you will burst open quite naturally. But that love will be seen through the eyes of a child.
Part of that reading froze, but I think it froze. No, I feel it did freeze for a reason. There was something in there she didn't need to hear just yet. You're going to figure it out on your own. And
I trust that.
Yeah, I do too. And they're also talking about your health, Laura. You really need to look at the nutrients you're putting into your body. You may want to uptake your vitamin. I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose or treat medical illnesses. I need to say that. But you need to look at what you're putting into your body, nutrients, they're saying, and they're showing me vitamin C. They're showing me other supplementation that will help your body work with the energy better around you. Yes. There's also a massive dragon behind you. What is this? Hold on. He's saying his name is Farafanel and he wishes to work with you at this time. But I'm going to let your guides talk to him because this guy is powerful. Hold on. Have her guides talk to him in her higher self so she can integrate this in her sleep if they so desire this to be for her highest good by universal law. Whew. Shit, it's a lot of energy. Okay. Thank you, dear, for being here. And next up we have, who are we on?
Ivy.
Okay. Ivy Bell, dear. We are here.
Ivy. Baby steps, Ivy. Ivy, I don't know if this is a mother or a grandmother because she's coming off very motherly. She says baby steps. Don't take it as if you can't swallow the information or digest the nature of it. It's one thing for others to know your value and your worth, but you have to know it, honey. Ivy, you are gifted in many different areas. You were born to be a light worker. It truly is your designed path. Others have told you this. You've started your journey. You've started your awakening. She's telling me there's a little piece of the puzzle missing. To keep going, take those baby steps, keep going. I keep hearing live. There's something I think about going live that maybe intimidates you. You've got some really grand, how do I want to say this? She says, just say it like I said it. This is a grandmother. She's old school. So she kind of like, she used to say what she means and means what she says. You've got a wealth of information, but it's locked away. So once you get all of your ducks in a row and you start blossoming internally, it will come to pass. But again, you have to go back a little bit and learn about self and let go of some things before you blossom.
And Don, this is a reoccurring theme. I think it's for everyone in the feed, including us. We have to go back and look at where the origin point of where these things started.
Yeah.
And work ourselves back and through that energy so we can further connect in with who we are. Because you're sometimes it's almost like we're three fists circling each other ourselves. Yeah. We're just going in a circle. And they're saying all you have to do is break the pattern to move into the new energy that's being presented to you. And your guides are strong. Shit. They're like holding books right now, the ancient knowledge which come from other lifetimes and other whatever, Akashic records, whatever they are. But they're your books. They belong to you. It's your magic. You can tap into these things. They're actually showing me the Scarlet Witch from WandaVision, from Marvel.
I love WandaVision.
But not the dark version of her, they're saying. Anyways. So, but yes, she is very strong. And with that, Tina, yes, you are next year. So let's finish up with her first, Ivy. And number 2, stop blaming yourself so much, Ivy. Stop blaming yourself for what's going on around you. This is not your fault. And I'm coming in strong, dear. You don't have to fix everyone else's shit. They made their pile of shit. They have to fix it themselves. This is a very strong message that's coming through an archangel and one of your guides. It's their shit, dear. They have to fix it. And for too long, you've been trying to help all them put all these other pieces in place, but you're avoiding yourself by doing this.
Yeah.
And it's a distraction technique, but it's also you're helping at the same time. But it's too convoluted. It's even hard for me to look at and connect them with what you're doing exactly. But we all do this. We exist in these ways of distraction, and to understand that you are a creator being and that you can do amazing things with what you have within you. It's a simple matter of starting to flip the contextual understanding. I love when you guys start talking in like super large words. Okay. Jesus, can you just speak normal English? Okay, so hello, Jesus, again. And anyways, so simplify. I'm going to say this again. Thomas sent you Tony Robbins. Day 1 through 30. It's time to dive in, because Spirit has me do this with almost every client. They're like, this is how you're going to change your life. If this guy can do it, anyone can do it. He's helped millions of people. Regardless of what anyone thinks about him, the divine does not give a flying fuck.
And I will tell you this, okay? Because I am a follower of him. And let me tell you something. He was through quite the childhood, and he had to go back and heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drug addicted parents.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Regular. I find that most of the higher echelon light workers and those of who are healers and helpers have had quite the childhood.
Yeah.
And I really think that that better enables us to help everyone.
Yeah. Ivy, that is our reading for you. And I'm going to send you a little bit of energy, dear, there. Rainbow rays. Whichever ray she needs. Whew, spiraling off my hand. Angel wings out. There we go. Oh shit. Okay. This is so much energy I'm pulling through. Okay. Next up we have Tina, because she needed us. Thank you, Ivy. I'm gonna put her comment on here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. Her original comment. Okay, there we go. There you go. Let's use the word pandemic.
Well, yes, please. It's funny because the first thing that I started to write down were children. Your children are fine. Tina, you really need to focus that energy on yourself because this particular pandemic, the one that's at hand right now, the variant, I'm not going to give too much energy to. Just know that it affects everybody. If you don't think you've ever been infected with it, you're not testing. This one is meant to touch our systems, universally speaking. Okay, Tina? So you should not dwell on that. It may be an out of control feeling for you. And I want to let you know that you have a female figure who just is always constantly swirling around you. And yeah, what she's saying is that a part of your like, oh my gosh, what is going on here? Oh my, oh, this, that, the other is just because you're out of control right now. You feel as if you're out of control. But I'm here to tell you that there is freedom in being out of control.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to bring in those positive vibes, okay? Whether you pray for it, whether you feel it, whether you align your crystals, whether you, whatever your thing is, okay? Because I'm told you do have a thing on how you turn something negative into positive. Just right now, you're in the emotion of it. Ground yourself. Ground yourself. And my guides are telling me that all will be well. Worry about the road home. But you will get home safe. All will be well. Yeah, all will be well.
And Tina, let me tell you something. So when this happened to me, I have to be very careful of my words here on this platform, is that it was an upgrade. It was months and months ago. It was like 8 months ago. But it was a major upgrade for me energetically once I came through it.
Mm-hmm.
It brought in new energies into my systems and new connections and all these new synapses in my brain. And it was meant to pull me down, like not pull me down, but put me down a little bit. So I took the time to rest and receive the downloads. I'm giving you the exact same thing that you would need at this time to bring you into higher alignment with yourself. And you have this blue guide that's coming through. Hold on a second. Okay. He's saying understand that he's helping you, and he's helping you change the perspective of some of the things that you've had in the past. He's talking to you in your sleep, and sometimes he's talking to you while he's awake. He's saying his name is not important. What is important is to remember that you can be anything that you want, but there's also this thing with some of these crystals you have. Okay, hold on to this. When you, it's like putting 10 crystals, 11, 10, 10, 10, 10 crystals around you, and you can tap into the energy of the crystals, and they will start to rewire your energetic matrix inside of you. And it's going to help you. I'm seeing green, blue, red, yellow. I can't name the crystals because you have so many of them. And quartz, I'm on 5. Give me a second. Lapis, black tourmaline, 7. You may have to go back and listen to this. Jet, 8. What is it? Aqua Aura quartz, the one that's dipped into gold and heated up.
That's it. Aqua.
Yeah. And one more. This one's powerful. It's a centerpiece. What is this crystal? It's a ball. It's radiating yellow, like orangish yellow. It's an orangish yellow crystal. It's connected with the solar plexus, sacral chakra, sacral, and the solar plexus. It's the connection point. But putting these all around you and meditating with them, they're going to help. Kaboom. I'm seeing kaboom. The light becomes alive.
That's funny because as you were doing your thing, I heard citrine and lapis lazuli. And I'm not even sure what those do exactly, except that crystals are her thing. If they're not currently, they need to be. Also, I want to mention a little bit about what Thomas touched upon, and it is absolutely correct. And it is the whole reason why this particular strain, and here's why. Because the collective needs to have upgrades. Even those who are not practicing, even those who do not consider themselves light worker, the light inside of us needs to shine because our universe is under attack and we need to be brought together. So when we have those moments where our bodies are bringing to such levels, once they heal and they upgrade us and they leave room for opening. Like, for instance, I'll give you a thing and then I'm going to let it go. Here's the thing. When I got very sick and I lost my voice this time, I started having dreams. And through that, I realized, but with the help of my guides, that it was because I was supposed to have certain upgrades and I was supposed to be doing some more healings. I'm supposed to be getting back to that. It's somewhere back in my lineage. I don't know where, but I decided to go for, Reiki and different, not just be stagnant in one of my attunements, to actually, move up and work with that. So lately I've been doing energy healings with myself and my family and members that I can touch. So, but that's what it brought to me. Do you know what I mean? It's like we have to, it's like your skin. You got 7 layers of skin. You got to shed the old in order for new to be placed there. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, totally. And I have a version of me where I was a priestess. I didn't even know how. I'm usually a male in almost every lifetime. They want me to send this version of me over to you. Okay, so now thank you, we're on it. And send in Sandalphon and some Arcturians. And with that, thank you, Tina, for being here. This saying, don't be so alarmed at this time. It's important to remember that you are being taken care of and everyone is being taken care of. And it is to really take a step back and focus on you at the moment. Everyone else, they're saying everything's fine. It's mental, your mind, because, they're your family.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it makes sense. And thank you, Tina, for being here, dear. And they're going to do their work on you. And we're going to take a slight break. So
Okay.
I'll actually put that up and we'll go right now. Hello, everyone. We are back.
Hi, guys.
And if you guys would like to schedule appointments with us, I am at thomassawyer.com. And this is Don Marie at.
PsychicMedium.com. I'm Dawn Marie, Psychic Medium. Yeah, you can buy me on Facebook. Just look up Coffee with Dawn. I'm always there.
Next up, I believe we have Simone. Simone. Ooh. I can start off, Don, if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Simone, you've got a major connection with dolphins. They're showing me dolphins jumping through the sea over and over again. It has to do with Atlantis. So you have a connection that there is some artifacts that you can pull energy from that are still at the bottom of the sea that you used in Atlantis. They're saying they would like you to get near water and ask for them. It's coming from your guides. Ask for them to the energy to come back to you. This is interesting. Give me a second with this. Because when you do this, it's like there's a. So we have spiritual armor. I don't think people talk about this. They talk about this in the Bible and stuff. But we actually have spiritual armor. I have like 5,000 sets, they're saying. But it's going to bring in the like etheric Atlantean armor of different races in which you worked with in that lifetime. So we talk about star seeds, but you have this thing where you can connect back in with these different aspects that you were in different lifetimes, because you were one of the beings that embodied different ET energy, as humans would call us. And these artifacts will help you when you bring in this energy. You don't need the artifacts, they're saying. If you need them, they'll come back to you. But you just need the energy to come back to you. It's important because it feels like they're showing me. It's like with me, I have weapons all over me for battles that I go through. And they're part of your weapons, they're part of your soul blueprint, they're part of who you are. But you just need to get near like a river or a body of water. I'm getting a river would be better for this. If you're near the ocean, go to the ocean and call them back, because it's going to help. They're showing me, this is funny. Okay, it's from a book. There's the main character in this book by R.A. Salvador. He carries all these amazing weapons. One he got when he killed a dragon, and he got from the dragon's lair. Then another one where he killed someone else and took their weapon. And the thing is that it's like these weapons are specific for you, and they're not weapons so much, but they're going to help attune you. And some are weapons and some are not weapons. Some are actually energetic blueprints that will bring you in to an understanding of who you are. And there is also ancient hidden knowledge within the sea. But the dolphin is very important. They're saying if you do get near the sea, I don't know, Simone, if you're near the sea, but you can bring in the energy of the dolphin. They're saying even near water, it's already connected with you. And it's like I'm seeing another past lifetime, Simone, where you were another species on another planet, where you were diving through the waters. You were an aquatic being that was diving through the waters. And this is something too that will merge back into you. It's not important to know the name, but you can ask your guides to help you travel there if you so wish. Yes.
Okay. Simone, one of the reasons why you get great sinus things is due to the whole water connection. Believe it or not. Believe it. One of the first things is I put is ocean guide. The ocean grounds you. You actively have one of your guides who derives from the ocean. And the whole thing about your healing is you have a longer time when you heal from things. And this is because you've forgotten about your connection. Because most of us live in this human vessel and we don't think back to our origin. But that origin needs to come. And they say that within your dreams, as you're falling asleep, you can hear the ocean waves. Listen for that time just as you're falling asleep. But these sinuses, and you have something called post okay, so like it drips in back in your throat. Yes, that's true. That it's like a post-nasal drip that you get that comes out here instead of here. Again, all goes back to your ocean. It's very much like a sinus. You know how sometimes you turn or you're laying down and you hear that little sloshing in your ear? Yeah. It comes back. It goes back to a lineage. You have there's a female here for you, and she says that you don't take care of yourself. She's doing one of these. I'm so sorry, guys, but when she does one of these, I have to bring it to you, and I have to bring it to you exactly. So what she's saying is she's saying you don't take good enough care for yourself. You care for others before yourself. You need self-care, self-care, self-care. So somewhere that self-care has to be fed into your system along with the other ways to care for yourself, as Thomas was saying. Make sense? I hope.
Yes, makes sense. I'm seeing in the Facebook comments, and I had to go back because I had to. Let me get back into it real quick. Sully, you said you sent through Venmo, but I was looking and I didn't see it in my Venmo because I had to do it through the computer. So I'm not really sure. Give me a second.
Thank you, Patty. Some beautiful names on here.
I had to go back.
Honey calcite. That's what I was envisioning. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, so Sully, if you can give me some further information on that, because I just checked my Venmo, which I haven't checked in like 8 months. Forgot I even had it.
I don't check that either.
$15 there from Lord knows when, 8 months ago.
Okay. Sully is on the list. Is that how you pronounce her name? Because I always wanted to call her Suli, so I don't know. I like your pronunciation better.
Ancient. An ancient.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Sully, we'll get back to you. I'll check that in a second. So our next up we have, hold on.
R, it's an R. Who is it?
Oh, there's a private chat. Let me check this.
Oh, okay.
Sully's paid in PayPal. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, so we got it, Sully. And I'm trying to wait for the list to come back around to see who is next. Roxanne, how are you doing, dear? Beautiful day.
I am hearing the police go, Roxanne, and then I hear her say, "Don't sing that. She was so tired of that song." So I don't know who used to sing it to her, but I think it used to be a little bit annoying because it was all the time. But that.
Hey, Roxanne, my name's Tom Sawyer, man. People keep singing that
right.
song all the damn time.
I know. I was about ready to give you Rush.
But hey, man, Tom Sawyer's one bad motherfucker, he says.
That's true, man. Roxanne, it's funny that music comes in for you because you used to have someone who passed away when you were quite young that used to sing to you. She used to sing to you and she used to rock you. She appears to be a grandmother, but she watches out over you when you're driving. Something recently happened when you were driving. Just know that when it comes to transportation, that's one of your gifts. Feels like in ancient times, not this lifetime. How many? Okay, 2 lifetimes ago. transportation was what you would what that was your guide. You would be, oh wow, okay, so she's of a higher being. Wow, okay, cool. So Roxanne, um, do you ever have dreams where you were like you have issues with the Titanic or water and you feel like you've drowned before? Yeah, that's because you were on the Titanic.
Mhm.
So don't ever disclaim that when you have these weird feelings or you have these weird dreams. It's the weird dreams, guys, that we have to pay attention to. And Roxanne, I'm told that your dreams are very foretelling. Really pay attention to those dreams. I'm seeing she's placing some crystals around you too. She's not showing me what they are. She's saying they're for you to know. You're scared to death of drowning. Yeah, you are on the Titanic, honey. But just know this: you put your children ahead of you. So you had a young baby. They never found who the baby belonged to, but it was yours. Little boy. Little boy, she tells me. Look that up in the Titanic if you don't mind, because I don't know not a lot about the Titanic. Yeah, exactly. No. Crystals give you great relief. They calm you down. So if you're having those moments where you're like, you get overwhelmed and you've been overwhelmed lately, turn to crystals. That will help, honey. That will help. She says she loves you and she's always with you. Thomas, you have anything?
Yes, just give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I just got that off the screen. Yeah, okay. Number one, you've got all these major arcana cards, and I don't read tarot, but
Major arcana.
Yeah, arcana.
Yeah, those are the ones you can't move. Those are like, as a matter of fact, yeah.
And it's saying this is present and future. Number one is the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, which are two of the strongest in the deck. I mean, they're major.
Yeah.
I don't, but I'm just going to channel off the cards. Number one, this woman, the Queen of Cups, this is the important one. This is the present. They're saying, understand what you're holding right now. You see what she's holding in her hand?
Oh, look at that.
She's holding her true nature. And they're asking you, your guides, your higher self, the angels. We can just keep naming names through Thomas. But you're holding your true essence. A lot of times we get too caught up, and I've seen this lately in some groups, like we're the starseed and this and that. And that's fine. Yes, we've all been starseeds. But where did we originally come from? It's our true essence. We came from source. We're a part of source. And bringing that into you is going to bring about a change. Now you're asking telepathically, how do I do that? That is a question, but it's not as hard as you think. You really have to take a step back because they're showing me childhood visions that you've had. It's visions of your childhood. And they're saying that there is some parts of you, because we can fractal ourselves off in different places. And you left some of these pieces back in your childhood. And you have to really go back and examine things that happened to you, things that caused you trauma, so you can bring these things back into your awareness. This is something that happened to me, dear. There's stuff there that I've only realized, I'm 43, in the last like 2 years that happened with, I don't want to say. But the point is that I realized that I had to let these things go because they were no longer serving me, even things I remember. Because through forgiveness, we find total peace within ourselves. And when you do this, these two cards come up. And this, you're in a feminine energy right now, and this moves you into a more masculine, balanced energy. But we have the Emperor. This motherfucker don't fuck around, they're saying. He's got his cloak on, but he's got armor underneath it. He's hiding what he can really do. Because in the future, if you so choose, and you'll be pushed there either way, they're saying. Sometimes you got to take the leap of faith. They're showing me the tower card in tarot. It's like, it's just either ready for the tower to fall or you're not. It's up to you. So the thing is that you hide your true power because people don't need to know what you can do. You just show them a little bit because it's multifaceted. And also crystals will help connect you into this power, especially red, green, blue, and orange crystals. They're saying pick one of those colors now. It will be the one that resonates for you. Different crystals have different properties. You may have to go back and listen to those words because as soon as I said them, they slipped my mind in a minute. A few of them. But then we have the King of Swords. And they're saying, you think the Emperor don't fuck around. Okay. The higher self's being funny. Okay, so number one, dear, it's going to help balance you. Oh, hold on. I never like pulling this card out of the deck. Just give me a second to find it. Because I pulled it and I was like, I don't like that card. Hold on. It's the Devil card. But I have to show you the picture.
Well, while he's doing that really quick, Roxanne, I'm just told that it's your Italian grandmother, but I get like an Anne Marie or a Mary Ann, like a two-part name, if that makes sense. Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, you go ahead. I got to find this dude.
Okay, but it's that, and there's a connection with, I do believe it's your middle name, but there's a name that's brought through. Like, in other words, like, I might even be your mother who was like named in part after her. There's a definite connection. But I keep getting Marie is in there somewhere. And I see that you're Roxanne Marie, so.
Well, you see this card, Roxanne. The Devil. You see this chain? We don't even need to look at the Devil. This chain can be broken. It's weak. It's around their necks. It's just letting yourself break the chain to move into the new energy. Because when you do that, and I know a little bit about tarot, but the Two of Swords, she's blindfolded. You see all that land behind her? Those are all the gifts that she's not looking at. And in some ways, your gifts are connected with lunar cycles and the energy of water. So they're saying different full moon or different lunar cycles. It doesn't even matter if it's a full moon or not. You'll know when to go outside and sit on the earth and meditate to bring in that energy to you. Yes. And also there is, who is this? This is a mediumship thing, Dawn. There's a man with a hat dancing around behind you.
Behind me or Roxanne?
Dawn, I'm just asking you. It's for Roxanne, but there's a guy with a hat like dancing all over my backyard right now.
Ah, yes, correct. What's that for Roxanne?
Oh, okay. He's just dancing around. I was like, I don't know what you're doing, dude. Okay, anyways. Yes. So also, dear.
Biding his time.
Biding his time. Number 2, I need a card. Which one is it? Just give me the card. The wolf. Thank you. Okay, so number 2 is the wolf. Listen to your inner wisdom and enjoy the gift of freedom. It's moving into nature. This is something I used to say all the time in readings on lives. You have to get yourself back into nature. You've had all these past lifetimes. You've been like a Native American. You've been an indigenous, Aboriginal. They just keep going and going and going. But by getting into the energy of nature, it increases your pranic field. It connects you in with your ancestors. And we all have ancestors that help us as well as guides. We're so focused on guides and ETs, my guides are saying, we're forgetting about our ancestors. We're forgetting about what our ancestors can bring back to us. Even if we're not talking to them, all we have to do is ask for that energy to come back to us from our ancestors. And it will help elevate us into a higher sphere of consciousness. and they'll help us do all kinds of things. It's like you have a guide to do everything. If you're driving, they give you a guide. If your ancestors do this as well. If you're learning to cook, they give you a guide. There's guides for everything. And sometimes everyone wants to talk to them, but they're saying this isn't so important for you or everyone else at this time. It's important just to remember that they're there and to ask for the help you need, because I feel like you're not God, you guys channeling. You're not asking for what you need right now. So you have to be willing to ask for what you need. Yes. And one more thing. Can't believe they're pulling this one on me. Okay. Look at the crystal, Roxanne. This wand is ancient now. Thank you, Raphael. He's like, you got it. There we go. Next up, and I'm gonna. Can
I just say one more thing to Roxanne?
Yeah, go ahead.
Roxanne, does your great grandmother, who is her daughter? Because that's who's singing to you. They both come in together, but it's her daughter that sings. It was your grandmother. She keeps telling me grandma, 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 but you didn't call her grandma. You called her something else. She's connected to your mom, your mom's mom. Mom's side, mom's mom. Okay. If that helps. Do you believe it's the mom's mom?
Hey, look in private chat, everyone.
Well, the thing is now, let's see. Tanya. Oh, Tanya.
Yeah, I know Tanya very well. I mess up her name, and I don't know, because the J throws me off a little bit.
I would call her Tanya.
I'm so sorry, dear. It's no disrespect.
I love her energy. Do you want me to go first?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I? Because I think that's that man that's been sitting here so patiently waiting, because I felt his energy before and I did not know. And that is exactly it. Okay, so what would you like? He's so strong and powerful. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So, hello, my friend. Don't second guess yourself. The health thing will pass. Don't worry. He's telling you, don't worry. Remember, well, for those of you who don't know me that well, when they speak to me in words of 3, it's solid, it's golden, it's something that cannot be changed. Grounding, Tanya, I don't remember, but do you have a daughter? Because he's talking about a daughter, and I do believe he's talking about of yours.
She does.
Okay. All right. Is that who is sick right now? Is that kind of what you're worried about? Jade. Perfect. I saw the J and couldn't figure it out. Is that who is sick right now, or is that who you're worried about? Because he's circling the J like you're worried about it. And usually when they do it over and over and over and over again, it's a worry. No worry. Okay. Don't worry about her. But it's her. You're worried about the what ifs regarding her current situation. Wow. She's got gifts. How could you know your daughter has gifts. And 16 is a coming of age in your lineage, but she's going to be okay. I know you try not to worry about her, but put it this way. her alignment with self will come sooner than the things you worry about. Her alignment with self and where she is energetically will come before the other things you worry about. I don't mean to talk in code, but some things are kind of private. And you know how teenagers are. She's just the typical teenager. Just the typical teenager. She actually has greater gifts than you do, my friend. And I call you my friend. I like to think of you my friend, even though I've only talked to you once. But I really connected with your core. You're fine. Everything will be fine. Everything will be great. But it's just a matter of a little bit of karma coming back because, you know, the stuff we give out to our parents isn't what we want back from our children, but it's what we get back from our children. And the other thing that's been on your mind, don't worry about it. Everything else falls down around. It's like she's got... He shows me a young sprite who is umbrellaed by a mushroom. Wherever she falls in life or whatever she or you do, you're protected. You guys are really protected and you're grounded at the same time because that's what the mushroom does, is it grounds. It covers you and it grounds. I hope that makes sense, honey.
And dear, this is with her. I want to say my own story.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager. So when I was a teenager, dear, I was on all kinds of substances. I was bashing mailboxes. I was doing all kinds of things. Thank God there weren't cameras back then. I'd probably be in prison still. But the point is that we were beating up people and then doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But it was just part of who I was. And then I grew out of it. And they're saying the same thing will occur for her. Saying don't be so concerned right now. It's going to take a moment for her to truly step into who she is, and she is. Yeah, it's like a very gestury energy that she has. She plays little games on you sometimes, but she's a teenager, you know. But this is part of it too. It's legacy of light. So really look at this card.
Nice.
So this is important. You see, the child becomes into the next phase of the healer, I'm hearing. She has massive healing abilities. And then she becomes the old crone, which is the teacher. And then the teacher can access universal wisdom that will bring her into a space where, Jesus Christ, hold on. Hey, Jesus, once again. And
he's sitting there with a little book going, cha-ching, cha-ching. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Thomas. Sorry.
So I'm seeing her in front of like 100,000 people. It's some crazy number. I can't put a number on it. But she's like teaching them and they're writing, like Dawn's saying, they're writing down what she's talking about. And she is one of the way showers of the next evolution of humankind. And it's saying, give it time, give it time. Rome was not built in a day. She can bring in many things, but they're showing that you are putting way too much of this on yourself, way too much of this energy about her on yourself. It's not up to you to fix the situation. If anything, she's going to be just like me. They're saying they're not going to listen to a single thing and just be like, whatever. Yeah. And that's what a child does. That's what they do. A teenager does. They're like, yeah, whatever. And, but you know, I turned out well. So
hey,
you'll turn out well.
I used to escape out my windows at night. Okay. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. We had to go through that. Yeah.
You know?
So number 2, for your healing. What is this energy? It's good though, and it's extraterrestrial, and it's avian. Thank you. Now, and there's dragons. Shara sila fu shara la sila dila fu ara shalaru si ra she connect, remove cords, recalibrate chakras, release anything that's no longer serving her. Bring in the light. Multicolored rays. You'll feel this. And open her wings. Feel that. And ground. Connect up. Recalibrate heart chakra. Bring in her master guide. I see you, my friend. And bring in the avians. Arcturian. Interesting. The collective consciousness of Ra. One more. The biblical fractals of a past lifetime. And higher self of hers, please orchestrate this magical symphony. Thank you for being here, dear. Like a whole orchestra is going off around you right now with different energies. It's like each instrument's an energy and they're playing, and there's your higher self is conducting them. Whew. I didn't even know I could do that.
I heard the beautiful music, so that's what I got the music jamming. Beautiful.
Whew. Okay. Next up, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. Sully. Sully is next. Ancient One, we are here at this time to help you. You remember the dragon that you saw, Sully? He is around you again. So I have this thing, Don, where I don't do this with every client, and sometimes I really have to charge a lot of money to do this. But I can't say how I do it, but I put them into a very high level of consciousness, different realms, past lifetimes, heaven, Ashtar, different dimensions, and they connect in, and she saw this beautiful oriental dragon in the water.
Ooh.
And she tamed it, they're saying. And now the dragon is working with her. And they're saying, they're repeating a message again that I've given her before. So you have a tendency sometimes, Sully, and this is not a bad thing. It's just, it's a protection technique you use of being very fiery when you get upset. And they really want you to take a step back when you feel this happening. And they're saying that, what is this, the emotional freedom technique? Yeah, okay. It's like tapping. You might want to look into some people that do this. I'm sure you can find videos on TikTok and YouTube where you can do tapping on certain areas of your body.
Yep.
They're saying, and it'll bring you into alignment because it's going to help release repressed emotions, and it'll give you time to step back and actually look at what you're feeling at that exact moment. because sometimes you don't have to come in with fire. It's something I've had to look at with myself, because sometimes I come in a little too strong, and then I realize I did something that maybe I shouldn't have with somebody. And it might take me 6 months or even a year to do that, but we're human, and we have to be gentle with ourselves. And I'm channeling your guides and a bunch of other beings at once. But remember that you have these connections for a reason, but you need to use that power when you need to use that power, and you will know when that power is supposed to come out, because in the future, hold on. What is this? Okay. I'm seeing you with your hands out, and there's just rays going everywhere. There's like light, just kaboom, 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 kaboom. And that's why they want you to get it under control, because when it comes in the future, it's going to be powerful. And this has to do with Andromeda. It has to do with dragons. It has to do with a past lifetime, 35 of them. And it also has to do with, they just keep going. But you have this ability to really tap in, and there are all these beings around you, ancestor spirits. And there's also saying, really try to get a hold of your connection with your sexuality. Didn't want to go there, but I had to. They don't want me to go any further with that. They want me to shut up. They're like, no, stop.
Okay, so I'm going to add something. I have a very good friend. Okay. And her energy, when I read her energy, it feels so much like I'm as I'm getting into your energy, you guys could be twins. And I'm going to paint a picture for you, because it's very much like her. It's like when they used to mine, and when they mine currently now, for the beautiful most precious of metals, they use blasting caps. Those are very powerful, and they can seem like they come out of nowhere, and they're very small. They're relatively small, and they blast holes into things people wouldn't even begin to, like mountains and solid rock. But when they blast through, they're collecting these precious metals. But when they get to a wall, it will actually burst through the wall. And much like the light that comes through at them, that's you. You can be very powerful, as powerful as you are to break through walls. And there are certain walls that you need to be breaking through within yourself. And there's other walls that we have to be very careful that we don't break through. But Thomas touched on a very integral point. You have the ability, once everything is aligned and that power is more under your control, the light that you're going to bring forth is going to be a sight to see. You are a culmination of many different lifetimes, of many different beings. Quite unique. I don't know. What is that? Is that a dragon sitting on her shoulder? What is that? Yes. Beautiful. Dragon. Just beautiful. Oh, that's the dragon that you're working with now. Yeah. Beautiful. And we know that dragons are our protectors, but just beautiful. So know that within those times when you're working hard to maybe not burst a hole through a wall or burn any bridges or get fired from a job, just saying, it's not you, but just saying that for those times, as you learn to control that, you're going to be letting in beautiful light, and you will be a beacon for others. Just know that is coming. You've already started. And I guess Thomas has more or less walked you through it. Are you walking her through it, or are you like mentoring her? Because I keep hearing mentoring. What is that about?
With different sessions.
Okay.
They're saying she's being called to me when she needs to be.
Okay. That's what I consider a mentor. But yeah, very good connection with Thomas. I'm glad you found him. I'm glad you found him. I really am. He can guide you best. Yep.
Thank you, dear, for being here.
Who, me? Not me.
No, I'm sorry, Sully. Thank you for being here.
I was going to say, yeah. I was like, not me. No thanks. No thanks needed.
The channeling can like throw me off a little bit sometimes because I'm doing so much of it, and it's so high vibrational right now.
It's so high vibrational, and that's why you can channel so many at one time.
Yeah, and it's like trying to decipher their words. And it's like they're saying when it's like 1,000 archangels trying to talk through me at once. It can be a lot. So
yeah, you think?
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have Denise. Oh, Denise, the sadness you're feeling. Okay, hold on a second here, dear.
Yeah, you can go first if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, go first.
I need to clear this up. I'm seeing you sitting down crying in a ball. Okay. I need dragons. Dragons. Yeah, of course it's you. And thank you. I need different dragons from Earth and outer space for this one. Okay. You also had an aquatic past lifetime. You've had a past lifetime in Andromeda, Sirius. They just want you to know this because you're going to have to look up Andromedans and the Syrians. You need to understand the blueprint of who you are, they're saying. You have this thing where you can connect in with all these, but it's going to take one step at a time. They want you to look up who the Andromedans are, who the Syrians are. And there's the one in the middle. This is the lineage of Ra. So Ra's an ascended master. He works with me quite a bit because I say his name all the time. Anyways, you need to look at Ra, they're saying. And I'm just going to bring in this energy for you, dear. Aaron Fire Dragon, expand your creative energies. You need to be writing down, dear Denise. You need to be writing down. You need to be creating, they're saying, drawing, building things. It's going to help connect you in with different potentials and different ways that you can do things. And then Aquamarine Dragon from Neptune enables you to access your deepest soul wisdom. There is a key in here for you. The key to releasing sadness. Now, and then the Silver Lunar Dragon bathes you in the divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your casual chakra, which is your emotional center. This is the most important thing we can do in this healing through Thomas. It's connecting in with your emotional blueprint. There's stuff that need to be, this is a running theme in this live. Looking back into the past and seeing where these emotions started from. I'm seeing a boy. I don't want to get too far into this. And understanding that this energy needs to go. And the Silver Lunar Dragon is definitely going to help me with this. And now.
Okay. All right. I have like a little mini book. Okay. Denise, I have your mom here, and she shows putting on, it looks like an orangish lipstick, and she said, time for change of color. She says it just like that, change of color. She says she'll be with you on the trip. Don't worry. You make everyone laugh around you. No more tears. No more tears. Aw, I know who this is. They both love you for going. That's Jim. Jim and his wife love you for going. Feels like you needed part of what Thomas said, because you don't bring sadness with you on the trip. This time, it's not about mourning. It's about rejoicing. And you actually bring, and your mom's going with you. She's going to be in the back seat, even though she's saying nobody puts baby in the corner. So that must be a thing with her or with you. But she's changing her lipstick. She said, not red, orange. And it's like a reddish orange. So she laughs and she says, don't worry, that you're going to be bringing laughter to everybody. So, yeah. It's a rough trip, but you can do it. So I hope that helps. Yeah. The sadness? Yeah. Very much so. But not like the mourning takes on a different face this time with this trip. If that makes sense. From the last trip, I guess? Question mark? Let me see in the comments. Yep, that's it. Hi, Laura.
Denise, I want to recommend something to you. I'm not going to recommend it. Send me a friend request. It's Thomas Sawyer. You can find me. I'm going to send you something from Tony Robbins that you need to look at. It's going to help you tremendously. They're saying if you wish to do so. So thank you, dear. Next up, we have Robert Becker. Now, I got to say this. It's so very few that I get a man in a reading, and I love this. I wait every time for a man to come in because we understand each other, brother. We're men. Number one, sir. Liz, and let me just get into this real quick. If you're looking to make an appointment, you can just go to thomassawyer.com and you can make an appointment if that's what you're doing, because it says saying I'm closed right now. I am closed because I'm looking. So, anyways, but the point is, yeah, you can go there and make an appointment if you need to. So, Robert Becker. Here we go. Okay, sir. Number one, I need different cards. Robert, as men, we suppress our emotions. Now, we have to understand that we're both masculine and feminine energies. And since a young age, much like me, you've been taught to repress yourself or repress what you feel. But this is a thing that society has done. And it's important for you to remember that you can connect in with these parts of yourself that will help you feel and to express the feelings you're already feeling, but to express the feelings that you're having. Because I'm going to tell you this. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be angry. Something I used to do, and I don't go to a gym that has punching bags anymore, but I would go to the gym and put on gloves and beat the crap out of a bag because I would have to get that energy out. Now I have to do it through like weightlifting and martial arts, but not actually hitting anything. So I don't have anything to hit. But the thing is that it's very important to remember that you need to get this energy out. It's a way of releasing the energy. And through this becomes inspiration. Interesting. Because you run a lot of fire energy, and fire is very purifying energy, but you're going to let that fire out. You need an outlet. The guides are telling me you need an outlet to let out this energy because it's going to help you drop into your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is where your connection with the universe exists, connection with God, connection with self, connection with everything around you. It's going to help bring in peace. You have this past lifetime as a monk. I'm seeing it's like Shaolin looking. And he's sitting there in this meditative pose, and they want you, your guides want you to bring this energy back in, which is going to take you taking time out to actually do meditation. And I'm hearing prayer and this would really help you, Robert, is Tai Chi. Tai Chi, I don't totally understand it. My friend's a master at it, but it's a way of sitting in stillness and balancing on your skeleton. They keep going to martial arts because I feel like by doing any of these movements, even if you're not being trained by anybody, it's going to help you connect back in with this energy, this meditation, this structured discipline I'm hearing, this structured oneness with yourself. But also remember, by dropping into your heart, you're going to feel all the moving pieces around you, and it's going to help you further develop into a higher form of yourself. They're channeling really high. This may sound like a puzzle they're saying, but it is like an orchestrated, how do I say this? Symphony, I guess that's the best way. It's like every piece is an instrument in a symphony. And they really want you to start writing down your thoughts at night and giving yourself gratitude for what you've done for those around you. Because it's going to further help you open up to who you are. You see me, they just have me rubbing the right side of my heart chakra, which is the masculine energy of my heart chakra. Saying this may not make all sense to you, but it's going to make total sense to you soon, because it's part of your divine alignment with your higher self. Your higher self is connected in with Source, Universe, God, and it's going to help bring in the energy of who you are. But let me pull in one more thing. Trust yourself, number 2. There's 3 parts to this. Trust yourself. Anything you're feeling that you need to do, just do it. They're saying through action, or the universal law of action, just by doing anything that you feel that you need to do, it's going to start a cascade effect. It's like dominoes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And through those dominoes, another door opens, which leads you further into the intimate knowledge of yourself. And then they're saying, you're going to have to look this up, Robert, Kundalini awakening, where the serpent goes through all the chakras. It's one step at a time, though, they're saying. And then prayer is most important here. They say they don't care how you see God. You can see God as a stick. You can see God as anything you wish. It doesn't matter. So many religions, except maybe Hinduism, tells you are God, and you are God. Faith in the process, but prayer will lead to revelations about who you are truly inside. And I don't need to actually use my hands to do the healing, because they're doing the healing while I'm talking. I have all these different beings around me right now. Some of them I do not even know, because they're connected with you. But they're using me as a vessel to bring the energy to you.
Robert, you have a lot of people around you. A lot. You have a lot of females, and even though you think that with that many females you would be female forward thinking, you're not that way. The one who speaks for the group is a female who called you Bobby. Feels like she passed something. She shows me like the heart or lung. Feels like, because right now my heart's like weird. It feels like fluttering, like, like a murmur would flutter, and I don't have heart problems. But she left when you were on the younger side, at a very before you got into a very vulnerable age. She says she wants you to know that you're not lacking. It's not you. You are enough. You are enough. But the fact of the matter is your energy can be misplaced or misguided at times. And I think because that was especially prevalent when Thomas was talking, and when he was talking, I could see like red, especially when he was talking about not hitting anything. And really, I kept on getting the message from this female that you need to get more into your heart space and have faith on who you really are, and knowing that, but through prayer and faith in the fact that you are a being of light, you are one of God's children, that's where you are. You've been asked that often. Am I enough? Yeah, no, you are enough. It's the other people who aren't, Bob. Come on. Look at there, right there. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. That's it. It would be a good time to drop the mic. But Bob, that's what we're saying basically. Basically, yeah, we're both on the same page. And yeah, no, she's telling me that when people give you that message, rebuke it. No, you don't accept that. You are enough. You are enough. And also, you have to have a little bit more confidence and listen to your gut. Your gut tells the story. You have anything
Might
else?
actually be good for you. And I'll say this. I'm sorry I interrupted you, dear.
No, go ahead.
Is that I have to say this again. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose or prescribe medical stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So you might want to do a colon cleanse, like a gut cleanse, if you can. If it's, you can do that kind of stuff. It's going to help release a lot of stuff. A lot, I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yes. But don't be too hard on yourself, man. Don't be too, because we're taught as men that we can't show emotions, and we can't cry, and we can't let ourselves feel. I don't know if you're a Cancer, but I know it's in your astrological birth chart somewhere, the symbol of Cancer in a couple of placements and planetary alignments I'm seeing. But it's just, you're supposed to feel, man. You're supposed to feel.
Yeah.
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 And with
it's
that,
it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And
thank you.
There's something actually very attractive to a male who can get in touch with both the masculine side and the feminine. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of getting in touch with both sides. Everything in life is about balance, but you have to be able to know that you are enough, because you never want to second guess yourself. We're all we have here in this human experience.
Let me add something. So I'd recommend someone doing your birth chart, because you have different, we do these things where it's like, I have different placements as well. Moon, sun, ascending, all that. But in your birth chart, it tells you where all these signs are. And it gives you a blueprint of who you are. And they can actually tell your future from your birth chart. So, and when you walk into certain energies over and over again. So I would recommend looking up someone. I don't do that. I don't know if you do astrology.
I dabble, but I don't do birth charts, because I'm not as good as mathematician as I would like. Because if things are not exact, you could be totally off. But what he's saying about Cancer being a part of your chart somewhere, not all zodiac signs, which are sun signs, okay, which are our dominating signs, if you look at it that way, are going to be in that chart. Bob, I guarantee if you have someone do your birth chart, you do have Cancer there. because that cancer side is going to be able to accentuate that vulnerable side. And if people said, if you ask yourself that question, am I enough? That's definitely a cancer trait. So I would, yeah, your loved one is saying it's definitely in there.
Yeah.
So have it. They're very interesting. I've had them done. If you've never had your birth chart done, they're very interesting. I go to a very expensive lady though, because I trust her. So, yeah.
So we are complete. Thank you, Bob, for being here. Next up, we have Carol Jacobs, the last person on the list.
Carol with an E. Carol with an E. Carol with an E, are you a smoker? Carol with an E. Someone around you is a smoker. If it wasn't you, Carol, it was your mother. Carol with an E, because she wanted you to stand out. She wanted you to stand out. Your mother wanted the very best for you. She wanted you to stand out in beauty. And she's showing me gardening. Is that you gardening? Because she shows me gardening brings peace. And it's something that both you and, you're okay. So that's who you're missing. Okay. But it's something that you, like a shared thing, like you shared it with a partner, husband, definitely male, female is for you. She's telling me she's so proud of who you are. Sometimes you second guess yourself as well, but not in the traditional sense. She said you worry too much about others, worry about you. Aha, it's my first health thing. Now, much like Thomas, I always tell everyone, listen, I am not a doctor. I cannot diagnose. I cannot dispense. I cannot heal in any way other than in a spiritual way. I did not go 7 years to school, medical school, and I do not have those high health bills. Your mom is telling me, it could be a grandmother. No, it's your mom. Big M, big M. She's telling me that, is this her in the picture? Boy, if not, you look a lot like her. She's telling me she wants you to go to the doctor. You're missing something with the blood work. Blood work. Missing something with the blood work. Your enzymes are off. I don't know which ones, but your enzymes are off.
Liver?
Okay, hold on. Somewhere between, could be, because somewhere between those two chakras, it could be. Not hard enzymes, because I always ask them to give me a quick scan and show me where the pain is, and she shows it to me back like where my belly is, but that's not where that's you in the picture. Boy, oh boy. Now, why did she say that you looked like your dad? Because I think you look like her. She's now laughing. She's chuckling. I think you look more like her. Especially in that smile and those eyes. I don't know. She just wants you to go have blood work done. You're very good about helping others and making sure this one's taken care of and this one's taken care of and that one's taken care of, because you want no more heartache. You want no more loss. She says she understands that, but take care of yourself. She says, physician, heal thyself.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, and by the way, I would have paid for any one of my children to become a doctor. She's laughing like a joke. Your mom's very funny. Was she that funny in the physical? Because she's very funny here in spirit. But yeah, go have that blood work done. Make sure you don't miss any primary office visits just because of COVID. Oh, you look like your mother. She's still living? Oh, then who is this? Is this your grandmother? No.
I think it's her mother's higher self. That's how I'm feeling.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That is possible.
Yeah. They're going to get the messages one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
For herself.
No, she's showing me a big M. Yes, please. Because she's showing me that whatever it is with the enzymes, it comes down from her father's side of the family. Like it comes down from the family. There is family lineage. Do you know, I have known, Thomas, I was just thinking of this. I have known people who have been estranged from their family members. Not that you should worry, Carol, but they would be in this one time. She called me up and she goes, "My father's in a coma. How did you know that?" I said, "I didn't know that. I said, I just know he's the one who came to me." So you never know. When a message is supposed to be passed, it's supposed to be passed. Unless your grandmother, her mother, was that strong personality, and she considered her with the big M, because that's normally how I tell the difference. When they come through with me with a small M, that's mom. If it's a big M, and I see the other OM, so I know who it is, but or I hear them. And in this case, she keeps coughing. So that might tell you who it was, because she smells like smoke. So it's somebody who is either a smoker or around smoke. So I hope that helps you figure it out. They're strange. That's interesting, though. Okay, Thomas, I'm sorry, honey. You go ahead.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh, sorry. I call everybody honey. Please don't.
No, you're fine. I'm trying to figure out how to read tarot cards. I really need to look at this Minnow Tarot course they're saying. Okay, so I'm trying to channel all of them. So number one, there's a lot of abilities at play here, Carol. It's like you're looking at them, but you just like, do I need to do this? Do I want to do this? But they're saying there's one right underneath you that I'm talking about healing and tapping further into different abilities that you have and that you can tap into. They're saying it's funny. You're much like Thomas. Okay. So I can be very rebellious with myself about my own abilities and question sometimes what I can do, even though I know perfectly well I can do them. But when you do this and you actually start to walk into the abilities you have, you get 3 massive cards. Number one is the Ace of Cups, overflowing with joy and light and moving into the Ace of Wands. It's a very strong card. And then moving into probably the best card in tarot, which is the Wheel of Fortune. And they're like, which gift do you fucking want? It came in really strong, sorry. My higher self does this sometimes. It starts cussing. It's like, which gift do you want? It's like, which one do you want? And it's like I'm reading myself. Okay. So which gift do you want? Which gift do you want, dear? Number one, it's going to take self-reflection. It's going to take reading some books I'm seeing. I don't know which books they are, but I guarantee if you just start looking a little bit, you might actually, well, they're giving me a book to start out with. Communicating with Spirit Guides, Ruth White. Very good for you. Number two, working with animals. What is that guy's name? Andrews is his last name. He's very popular. Last name is Andrews.
I don't know it.
Stephen Andrews. I can't remember. Something like that. He's got like 50 books on, like Animal Speak is the name of one of his books. Animal Speak. So you can figure out his name, they're saying. Because it just flashed in my mind. Whew. Okay, so pull a card. Oh. You need some protection. Hold on. I can help with that. They're pulling out bears over and over again. Hold on, see if there's another bear that's coming out. Oh, do you want that? No. Hold on. There's more cards. Yeah, badasses. Okay, thank you. Ted Andrews, yeah. Yeah, so number one, I knew someone in the comments would have that. I'm just going to tap you into these energies. This is what you need. Let me get these comments back on. Okay. Bear. Nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. But these are protection and playful energies. But this is a grizzly bear, so I have to show you this.
Ah.
So number 1, grizzly bear, go to her. Boom. Number 2, panda. Enjoy the sanctuary of solitude to regain self-esteem and tranquility. Panda. Next, black panther. Sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy. I want you to listen to those words again, dear. Sensuality and passion stir beneath a cloak of secrecy. It's you reconnecting in with your passion, your sensuality of self, the divine feminine energy that exists within you. For too long, you have, God, it's like I'm speaking like Thoth. Okay. Thoth talks like this, and so does Michael sometimes. Because they talk like these super elevated beings, and it's like I want to bring it down to humanistic ways of saying it. So, okay, basically, let go of the cloak, because within you lies this woman that wants to be set free. And there's sensuality there, and there's passion, and there's all these things that need to be let go, that need to flourish. Sorry, like flowers, I'm saying. And there. And bring in the Black Panther. Left hand. Snap will not be as strong. There. There. I'm saying, divine warrior goddess, go forth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Whew, that came in strong. Look at the crystal. Look at the crystal. That'll bring forth what needs to be brought forth. Only to Carol. Thank you. The other people trying to tap into it. Shit. Yeah, confirmation. And I am complete. Private chat.
Yes, correct. I was about ready to tell you.
So, yeah, why not? Well, that's the last person we're taking. What do you think, Don? Is that cool?
Yep, that's good with me.
Okay. I'm gonna have you start there.
Mm-hmm.
They're really just wanting me to do energy work. They're saying with this person. With
really? Valerie. Oh, well, then go ahead and do it.
Okay, so I'm just tap myself in. Okay.
Tap tap. It is like tapping yourself in.
I can't even say what I'm tapping into. They don't want the world to hear, they're saying. And now. Okay, I need to say this. Valerie, you have the gift of mediumship. And you've got a lot of ghosts that are really trying to tap into your energy. You need to wear some black tourmaline, something protective. Ooh, did I leave my Archangel Michael bracelet at the gym? I hope I didn't. Anyways, I'll just buy another. So the thing is that it's a protection thing. You need to remember to stay protected, because sometimes these ghosts can tap into your energy and drain parts of it if they're not of the kind that you don't want to talk to, I'm hearing.
Well, yeah.
So it's like I live in Savannah. It's one of the most haunted cities in the world. So I don't really worry about that stuff because I'm good at crossing them over. But not all ghosts are for our highest good.
Yeah.
That's my message. So clear. Clear me. That's all you do.
Just a little thing here. For years and years and years, I never understood that we need protection even when we sleep. Okay. And no one ever told me that. And this is going back years ago when I still had young children. Okay. And someone said, listen, honey, they're attracted to you like flies on you know what. You need to even do this while you sleep. What? You're crazy. So the kids grew up and they grew off, and then I'm by myself. And then I had a man came into my life, and I had a very intensive dream one time, and I realized that it wasn't even me who brought these in. They accompanied him in to my house. You even need these things out when you sleep. I have some black obsidian and I have some black tourmaline, and they sit at my bedside. And I have this thing that I say to myself, call it a prayer, call it a spell, call it whatever. It protects me as I sleep. Because even when I sleep, they could be draining me. I call it the silent attack, but that's just me. I know I would wake up sick. I would wake up this. I would wake up that. I would not go to sleep. I one time had to be hospitalized. Okay. Here I am at 40 years old, hospitalized for 5 days. Why? Because I could not fall asleep. I could not fall asleep. I had a friend come in. Her name was Miss Nikki. Miss Nikki showed me a lot of different things in my life. Okay. She came in. She chanted. She said a prayer. She did a spell. She said another prayer. Next thing I know, I was asleep and slept for 3 days. Finally, I was sleeping fine. But it had to be when I went home and got her to release some things and cleanse some things, including cleansing my house. We even flipped the bed. No lie, we flipped the bed. And when that didn't work on the first night, I got rid of that bed and I got a brand new bed. And I also got rid of the guy. And it made all the difference in the world. So when we say that we see that you need protection, yeah, it's only because you need protection. Just when you think, even we think ourselves as light workers that we're doing this good. We're doing this good. We should always get good back. But you know what? It's like anything else. Evil or negativity can attach to almost anything. It's just, we just have to take precautions. And, it's like insurance, so to speak. Does that make sense to you guys? Does that make sense to you, Thomas?
Yes.
I mean, so it's just a matter of sometimes when we don't know our own strength, when we don't know how much we are attracting into us, it's hard for us to think about, oh, geez, well, I know how to protect myself. All right, well, it's just unprotected. We need to keep doing these things. So please just make sure that you protect yourself, Valerie. I'm glad that he did the energy work. Little cleansing never hurt anybody.
Valerie, I wear like all kinds of amulets and all kinds of stuff because with the work I do, I have to make sure I'm protected.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. So they just wanted me to mention about the protection. Because I was told you got Valerie. You got Valerie. I don't know who. Oh, okay. Nope. Okay, thank you. He's not here. I don't see anybody. No. No, I don't. Valerie's the last one. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
With that, we are complete. I'm Thomas Sawyer with thomassawyer.com. And you can schedule
Miss
appointments.
Dawn Marie. Go ahead, Tom. Thomas.
Oh,
Why
it's
do you call it Thomas?
thomassawyer.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you would like to make an appointment, I do channeling and healing, as well as negative energy removal. Some people deal with that kind of stuff. I excel at that kind of stuff. And house clearings, personal clearings. You can find it all on my website.
Good night, guys. I hope this has helped someone. A message that I brought forth. I hope that's helped someone. And Thomas, thank you so much for inviting me on. I do appreciate it.
More than welcome.
So, and don't go far after the live, okay?
Yeah, I won't. Okay, we're ending this broadcast. I can go ahead and do it. And kaboom.